Welcome to Twisted Locker, your definitive horror podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the worst sequels of all time, obviously horror only. And this one isn't just gonna be part twos. We're just gonna go for the worst sequels of all time. If you're happy to, Jenks.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Kick it off, Jenks. Let's have one of your worst sequels.
Right. Now, the odd thing is, a lot of these sequels, they are part twos, all of them, okay? And a lot of them, even though they're in my list, I've seen them loads of times. In fact, some of these I used to own. So it's a funny one. Like, I don't want to put the obvious ones like, Jason 29, or I just wanted to put ones that bugged me, There's plenty of shit.
You've just ruined all my sequels.
So basically, the first one, again, I should own this film, Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Now, as a kid, I fucking loved it. Yeah, it was like Goonies meets zombies. But when it came out, I was like, 8? And I shouldn't be watching it, I was an 18. And I loved it, but watching it recently, it just fucking dog shit. The same actors playing the same characters, so lazy. And it takes you out of the film, you're thinking, oh, how are they playing the same people? And I like, the makeup was good, but, like some of the lore from the first one, like you couldn't kill them, then all you do is electrocute them in this one. And too much comedy. Shaun the Dead, now for me, knew how to make a comedy zombie movie, but this one felt very silly. Again, as a kid, I used to quote lines from it, but it's just a weak sequel. And how can you have a film called Return of the Living Dead Part 2? It's already returned. Ridiculous. That's like as bad as like the Last Exorcism Part 2.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That should be on the list. I haven't seen it. What have you got, Kurt?
Yeah, first one I've got to mention, and it's by far, I can't even say this is a sequel because it's not, but it is called American Psycho 2, so we're going to class it as a sequel. By far, one of the worst movies ever made, and I can't believe someone allowed... You've never seen it?
No.
Thankfully, because I was forced into watching it. I had no plans in watching it. But it's just stupid. Patrick Bateman was like shoehorned into the script after it'd been done. So it was like originally not connected at all. And they just went, what if there's this connection to Patrick Bateman? And they just shoehorned her in. Oh, let's get her when she's young, and she ends up, I can't remember, she's with a babysitter, and the babysitter takes her to go meet Patrick Bateman, and she ends up killing him with an ice pick. And she becomes a little bit obsessed. It is an absolute awful film, and Mila Kunis has actually come out to say that she regrets making the film. How she's had a career after that, I don't know. It's an awful film.
Is it like the makers of that haven't even seen the first one? Because the point of the first one is that you don't even know if he is a killer.
Hey, Paul!
He is definitively, he's a killer in it, obviously.
Yeah, that sounds...
that's what's great about the original one. You don't know if he's crazy or not.
I'll give it a
terrible
miss.
sequel. Yeah, give it a miss, James. I'm definitely not going to sit you and recommend it to you. What else you got for me, Jenks?
Okay, my second pick, VHS 2. No, I mean, joking. I know you love that film. My second pick, okay. Now, I could be lazy and say Exorcist 2, because that's rated the worst sequel of all time. But I am fucking seeing it, so I'd be lying. Yeah. My number 2 pick, not in order, is the Blair Witch 2. What the fuck was that about? Now,
Book of Shadows, not Adam Wingard's
Book of Shadows. Yeah, no, not the other one. That's quite good. Book of Shadows, okay? I love Blair Witch. It is one of the greatest horrors ever. Horror was dead in the 90s. Freddy killed it. And, Scream came out, but it wasn't quite horror for me. And this came out, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking scary. Nothing much happens, but it's awesome. Now, they make the second one, and it was made exactly a year later, 2000, right? And the plot is the Blair Witch exists in it's like a meta film. The Blair Witch Project exists within the film, and these people go in the woods looking for the real story. Well, if it's set a year later, how come they've had time to watch the fucking film and then make a film about the events of that? Does that make sense? I confused myself.
You've just torn it apart, Jenks.
No, sorry. Yeah, the film was meant to be that this was a film based on people who went in the woods to find the Blair Witch because they saw the film. But then it's only made a year later, so forget it. I'm confusing myself. Anyway,
we end up being all night
shit. It's shit. I don't
remember much about it. I remember it coming out. My father had on DVD, and even when I was a kid, I didn't like it very much. But to be honest, I'm not a massive fan of the original one. Sorry, Jenks.
One more thing about Blair Witch. I used to own it as well.
I used to own it. Show him the tattoo, Jenks.
And let me tell you now, right? Shut up. I used to... yes, I've got a Blair Witch tattoo, okay? All right? Don't judge me. Right. You said my background wasn't horror enough. I got a Blair Witch tattoo, okay? I qualify. Do you know,
that makes up for it. You're going to have to wear tank tops now, Jenks, every time we do a podcast.
I'm 44, yeah? My tank top days are numbered. Right, what's your last pick then, Kurt?
Right, last pick. Oh, God. I think I've only done one, Jenks. I got a few more I need to talk about here.
We got two each. And
right, okay, two each. Right, okay. A favourite, worst. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to have to mention this one.
One more pick, and then you got a top one after it.
Okay, right, sorted. I'm going to have to mention this one, right? And it's not the worst film ever made, but if you're talking about sequels that are a massive downgrade from the original, if you look at the original, and especially with The Descent, the original is such a masterpiece. Everything about it, the claustrophobia, the fear, the darkness, amazing. Yeah. Part 2 is such a letdown, especially with how the original ends. And part 2, even I tried to watch it again a few months ago because I'm such a big fan of the original. I thought if I can like the second one, I'll be happy. But oh my God, there's just no way. Definitely, 100% agree with you. There's no way they could get her back on that cave. The cops are saying, come on, get back on that cave. There is no way in hell they'd get her back on that cave.
No.
You'd go, look at, what are you going to do if I don't? Shoot me then, I don't care. I'm not going back in that cave, like.
It's shit.
Do you know what I mean?
It's dog shit.
Yeah.
No, do you know what?
And it's a really good one. It's a proper full sequel. Do you know what would have been better if it wasn't related to the first one and it was a group of other survivors that go down? Because it's just stupid to have her go back down there.
I'll say one thing about that film, Descent 2. I saw it in the cinema, right? I didn't own the Descent 2 because it's ultra shit. But if you remember the second one, in the cave, there's a massive roided up version monster. And you're thinking, how the fuck would he go pothole in? He'd be fucking stuck. It's ridiculous. Wouldn't it be scary if there's a big one? Like, no, it wouldn't be. It was the opposite. Smaller, the scarier.
Yeah, but the point of it is that I'm sure they are people who have like adopted to cave life. So they're not just like these big monsters that come in different sizes. They should be like decrepit and horrible.
All golem like people. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just a terrible sequel. Like I said, not the worst film ever made, but it's a bad sequel.
No. Yeah.
Right then, Jenks. I'm starting to get angry now. I want to end this video. What's your top pick?
All right. Now, to be honest, all my top picks, Blair Witch could have been my top one, but for some reason, I picked this one as my top. The Ring was the American Ring. Verbinski. One of my favorite all-time horror films. Okay. And the sequel, the American sequel, now was directed by Hideo Nakata. I think I'm pronouncing it right. He was the original director, and he came on board to the sequel to the American one. And you're thinking, this is going to be awesome. Oh my God.
Win-win.
It was fucking dog shit. It was so bad, right? And I don't know what happened, whether it was studio interference and the usual sort of story, but either way, everything about the first one was terrifying. And when you finally see, when Samara comes out of that TV at the end, it's so frightening, but you only see her that once. In the second one, she's in every scene. And do you know when the bit in the first one when you find the person horrified with their mouths open like that?
Oh yeah, horrific.
It's really frightening in a flash, yeah? Only in a flash. In the second one, he's there for a while and she goes in the car and you see him. It just looks like a rubber bloke. And you're thinking, this is not scary. This is like it's like seeing Freddy up close or Batman in a coffee shop, you know? It's got to be hidden in darkness or in a quick flash.
100% agree with you.
At Batman in the coffee shop. It is shit. I can't remember what happens in the end. I can't remember if they blow up Samara with a machine with a grenade or something. But it's
Jason Statham turns up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crap. What's your best one before I start getting angry?
Right, I'll actually top yours. This is a way worse film, Jenks. I'm going to go with Buster Rhymes versus Michael Myers. The Halloween Resurrection. Have you ever seen Halloween Resurrection?
It's it used to be called Homecoming, isn't it?
Yes, that's it.
And the 8 was the O from that and the O from Homecoming, which is genius, but they just ditched it.
The last time I watched it was probably not long after it came out, and it is by far one of the worst movies ever. When you take a franchise like Halloween, which I'm a massive fan of, it's a weak franchise, right? There's a lot of bad eggs in that franchise, but this one absolutely takes the biscuit. It's horrendous. I can't believe someone owns the rights to Halloween and they can do whatever they want with it. And there's so much great you can do with it, especially with the new trilogy. Loved it. You go, right, we're gonna get like a Big Brother style movie where a group of people go and stay in Michael Myers' home, and there's gonna be video cameras gonna film him. It's like Big Brother, and Michael Myers turns up, and in this small house, if you've seen his house, it's absolutely tiny. How the hell are you gonna make that work?
Yeah, that's
and the only reason, Jamie Lee Curtis agreed to come to be in that film because she was contracted to, is she said, "I'll only do it if you kill me." Because I am done with these movies. The poster as well. She's got short hair, really well kept. And the film, she looks completely different. It's just an awful movie. It's such a mismanaged franchise. It's insane, and I'm glad it ended up in the right hands. I know a lot of people won't agree with me. A lot of people hate the new trilogy, and they want David Gordon Green lynched. Halloween Ends is obviously the weakest, but I'm a massive fan of Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. I think they're fantastic. Really amps up the horror of Michael Myers. Great films. But yeah, that's my top pick. Starting to get a bit irate now, so I reckon we should wind this down.
Wrap it up.
The next video is going to be a lot more upbeat. We're going to talk about our favourites. Here we are, guys. That's all we've got time for today. Just remember, if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.